We're doing some pocket watching today as we're going to be looking at the trends from ADP, from Underdog, the risers and fallers to see how these people have been spending money on players with their draft capital in drafts when they're selecting these players. Which players are rising, which players are falling. We're going to do that today. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at these players every day. We're looking at the values. We're looking at the waiver wire. We're trying to find those hidden gems. We're going to help you set your lineup. It's all right here. It's free. Click that button. Stop missing out. Ric Flair's watching. Do not disrespect the man. But the biggest riser throughout this whole offseason, throughout this whole preseason, Jacory Croskey-Merritt, you knew it, up 50.4 spots. During the start of training camp, he was going undrafted on Underdog per ADP. He was getting drafted here and there by some people, but now he's rising up. On ESPN Fantasy, it's been noted he's been going in round 7. FFPC, round 6. He's getting expensive. He's starting to get in that range where he's starting to get a little risky. Before, round 16 sounded a lot better. I hope you were able to buy in at round 16, UDFA, draft capital, because that's a lot better price. There's no risk there. Anybody who's with your last pick, if they don't hit, you just turn and burn. That being said, the risk is increasing with Jacory Croskey-Merritt. Not saying he ain't going to be good. Not going to say he is good. Not going to say he's going to bust. But as a player rises in ADP, that means the risk is also increasing. So when I call these players out early and you're drafting early, you may want to look at that because today's price ain't like last week. Brian Robinson is your biggest faller right now. He's going to be the handcuff to Christian McCaffrey. If you got Christian McCaffrey, you're looking for a handcuff, and you're looking at all the other running backs, they brought in Brian Robinson Jr. for a reason. They're going to be using him. He ain't going to be an upside running back, but he is going to be behind an offensive line in an offense that can push these running backs. We saw it last year with a few of them. He is going to have some opportunity if something happens to Christian McCaffrey. I don't look for this to hurt Christian McCaffrey. The market doesn't like this at all. They don't. They've been killing it. Last 10 days of ADP, he was drafted in the top 90. Now he's below the 110 range at like 111 in ADP and could be free falling some more. That being said, Brian Robinson is cheaper, but he's different now. He's now a handcuff to one of the best running backs in the league who also has an extensive injury history. Ollie Gordon, one of the biggest risers, killed it in preseason. What does this say? People are putting their cash on him, especially the last 10 days after seeing what he's been doing in preseason, hearing the hype in camp, also the injuries. So it's just not whether or not I think the player's good, but people like him due to situation. They think he's good. He won to Doak Walker. They're into him. They're dropping cash on him. He's going a couple rounds earlier. Prior to preseason, during the start of training camp, he wasn't getting drafted. He wasn't getting drafted on Underdog. Now he's getting put on notice. And in your home league drafts, this could be the dart throw you go after with your last pick that's not a defense or kicker. Jaylen Wright's on the downs. And he's one of the most free-falling players in all fantasy football right now. And a lot of people are not drafting him. A lot of people are taking him off their board. But a lot of people, as I'm snooping around Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, are still drafting him. I think you need to stop. I think this is going to be a competitive backfield behind HN. We got some injuries here. Wright's banged up. He has not been looking good in preseason. Ollie Gordon has been looking good in preseason. He's been looking good in training camp. Alexander Madison is gone. This could be a free-falling moment for Jaylen Wright. He is a very athletic, twitched-up running back prospect, but he's also very green at the running back position. Likes to stretch out runs a little bit too much. Approach to the line of scrimmage a little bit questionable at times. Jaylen Wright needs more development to do. Roschon Johnson has been free-falling too in ADP. Dropped 16.1 spots in the last 10 days. And I do not see many people drafting him. He is not a target for me when it comes to upside lottery ticket handcuff running backs. I'm just not looking his way. He could have some moments this year. There were times during his career where he's using the passing game, maybe getting some red zone looks. But there's a lot of upside year 2 in rookie running backs riddled throughout the double-digit rounds. And I'm looking at them. And I was looking at them prior to this little fall off over these last few days. And now Miles Sanders is falling. But he might jump back up because he's not hurt anymore. He's been out for a good bit of training camp. And during that time, Jaden Blue was running with the ones in training camp before he got hurt. Miles Sanders is a player I'm not chasing, though. He might end up getting a lot of touches with Dallas, considering they got Javonte Williams. But he's back on the field. He's healthy. In practice, he'll always look good because it's not 100% full go. So he can stretch out plays the way he wants to stretch them out, but he likes to overextend and try to make something out of nothing where nothing's there and he ain't going to make nothing out of it. That's what you're getting from the Miles Sanders experience, but he's so twitched up, it looks good in practice. He's a player that's going to be on the field and may have a moment here and there, but it's not going to deliver much. He's not a target for me. Quinshen Judkins is cheap. He rose a good bit, and now he's stabilizing. Considering he's not signed, considering he hasn't been practicing, the upside's still unreal. I look for a long rookie ramp-up. This might be a running back that you're picking up off waivers. He might fall to the waiver wire within the first few weeks of the season. You're probably not going to see him out on the field during the start of the season. It's only a few days, a couple weeks away. It ain't far along. He hasn't been signed. He hasn't been practicing. That being said, Judkins is going to need some time. He's going to need some changes in this backfield. However, the price is still cheap in drafts, but he might be even cheaper off the waiver wire once you get middle into September. Tyjae Spears has been free falling. He's been hurt. He's going to be out for a little bit. But considering Tony Pollard, and if something happens to Pollard later on down the road this season, Spears could be a guy that trends up because he's very good, running the ball between the tackles, good vision, can catch the ball out of the backfield, because he always has a few moments every year where he flashes a little bit, but he's cheap. He's falling to the later rounds of your drafts, but there are some lottery ticket rookies and year two players that I like more. Tyrone Tracy. This is a player trending in the top 100. I want to go over some top 100 players, and he's headed in the right direction of ADP. Scatterboo's been hurt. Looks like he needs to ramp up to the speed of the game. This is going to be a backfield that could get muddy in season, but he's going to start off as the guy for the Giants. If you want a good start with a running back, possibly more, Tracy's it. Catches the ball in the backfield, has speed to burn. He's elusive. He's electric. He is trending up. Gamers are spending money on him. Joe Mixon is flatlining right now. He hasn't been at training camp. He's been injured. And he's off a lot of people's draft boards, but a lot of people are still drafting him. He's still right in the top 100, just barely, when he was around the top 85 range just 10 days ago. Starting the season, he was getting drafted in the second and third round of underdog drafts. Now he's flatlining out. I get it. He's Joe Mixon. But Nick Chubb's also there, and if Nick Chubb's been playing well, this is going to be a committee if he comes back. He should come back somewhere down the road. Could be September, could be early October. Has not been out there. And there's a lot of other opportunities in your drafts, even barely in the top 100, that you could explore. There's upside wide receivers. There's some RB2s, lottery ticket running backs. There's just a lot of different directions. It's a deep draft this year. I think chasing an injured veteran running back right now, I don't think it's the right move, no matter what the price is, considering how deep this year's draft is. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. We'll keep watching the market as we get deeper into draft season before the start of the season, so you know what people are doing with their money. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. When they're watching, catch you on the next video.